Hey, how about all the comics tonight? But I'll tell you what, man, you know, following Danielle, I'll tell you what, it's not the first time today that I followed a beautiful woman. I'm gonna catch her. We got Boston in the house. We got some Michigan in the house. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's talking about topics tonight. I'm sitting over there like, all these jokes going. Everybody tonight's talking about sex. And everybody tonight's talking about foreskin. Alright? I am circumcised, but I'm gonna tell you something. We kept the foreskin in my family, and now we keep it and we use it when we play badminton at family barbecues. We're just knocking it back and forth. You know what I'm saying?
I should come to your family barbecues.
You should. You run out a little bit of dip, you can put it in there. Excuse me, is that dip in your mouth or are you just happy to see me? No? That's foreskin. How do you circumcise a whale? Foreskin divers. That's right, I said. Fuck this stool. Somebody else is up here talking about Fleetwood Mac. You know, in Fleetwood Mac, they have a guy named Lindsay and a woman named Stevie. And you think that they ever had that conversation like, oh my god, you're a guy, you have a girl's name, and you're a girl, you have a guy's name. But I guess it kind of balances out. Alright, I'm going to tell you guys a story that I've been meaning to tell at like the last 4 open mics that I've done. Hey, somebody left. Could you guys bring that guy back in here? Bring him back in here. Get him around. The year was 2007. And I got hooked up on a date by a matchmaker with this girl named Teresa. And Teresa, I had never met her, and she emailed me, and she sent, you know, we just kind of had a correspondence going, and she sent me her picture, and I'm not saying, I'm just saying, ooh, let the dogs out. Still, I went out on a date with her, and we met at Barnes & Noble, which is a bookstore, and I had this date with Teresa, and we met at this Barnes & Noble, like I said, and I found out, I said, you know, what do you do? She's like, I'm a teacher, but this year I'm a cart hopper. And I'm like, you know, what's a cart hopper? And she said, well, I don't really have my own classroom, I have to put all my materials on a cart, and I go from room to room, and they call me a cart hopper. So I was hanging out with Teresa, and we were just kind of having coffee, and I didn't really know what to talk about, and she said she was into pirates, and this is true. I said, hey, did you know that when pirates were on ships, and this is true, they used to take those giant tortoises, and they used to stack them in the poop deck of a ship, and when they were at sea and they needed fresh meat, they would kill one. And I told her that. Got no response from her, very much like right now. There's a lot of awkward silence. I didn't know that we were dating. So I said to her, I don't know about you, thank you, but I wouldn't eat no turtle. I wouldn't eat no turtle. And she's like, meat's meat. So anyway, what happened was, I was talking to Teresa, and suddenly she said, I need to go to the bathroom. And she got up and she left, and she came back, and when she came back, her cell phone was out of her purse. And I said, hey, you know, thanks for coming back. You know, most people don't. They say, hey, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, and I never see him again. So she came back. Next thing, her phone rings, and she's like, she picks it up, and she's like, hello? Don't worry about it. Yeah, I'll be there in 10 minutes. She gets off the phone, and she says, I have to go, my grandmother's in the hospital. And I should have said, you know what, I saw that episode of Sex and the City too, but I didn't. Then she said, you know what, this is fun, we'll have to do it again sometime. And I should have said, no, but you know what I said? Yeah, okay. And she left. And you might wonder, did I ever see Teresa again? I did. Months later, and I'm very embarrassed to say this, I was leaving a Walmart. Okay, I'm embarrassed to admit that I was at Walmart. I'm not embarrassed to admit that I was leaving. And she was standing there, and she didn't recognize me, and she said, have a good night. And I just went, hey, cart hopper. Bless your heart, Chicago. Yeah. And thank you for giving me a list. I felt I was such a nuisance in my emails.
No, you were darling in your emails, but just get fucking Facebook. Seriously. Fight's a good fight.
Thank you.
Whatever.